Similarly then, all those people thought of constructing a staircase to the heaven. And then everybody started bringing a brick and putting a brick and started constructing the staircase. And staircase was going up and up and up and up like that. And it seems God sitting there in the chair was frightened. You know why? If all these people come there to the heaven, it will be overloaded. And there may be food scarcity. And there may be water scarcity. And what to do? He thought for a while and slowly got a brighter idea, introduced languages. What did he introduce?
Languages.
Languages. Then what happens? People start fighting in the name of language. I speak Telugu, you speak Tamil, you speak Kannada, and he speaks Bengali, he speaks Gujarati, and he speaks Hindi, he speaks Dutch, and another guy speaks something else, Arabic, and somebody says he speaks some other language. People started fighting in the name of language. And then they forgot construction. They left the construction. God said, "Oh God, I am saved." I don't know whether this story is right or wrong. But the point, what we understand in the story is languages, colors, which made man separate from one another, and then divided. And then so many steel walls in between, and people started fighting on the name of races, on the name of religion, on the name of colors, so many things, isn't it? But is it really necessary?
No.
Is it the purpose of the human life?
No.
All we are humans, isn't it? How many of you think that we are humans? Why you are laughing? Are you thinking that you are a human? Come on, raise the hand. We are all humans. Now, what does it mean by human? That is the next question. What does it mean by humans? In Sanskrit, human is called Manushya. How do you call it?
Manushya.
Manushya. What does it mean by Manushya? We are all humans, right? Are we all Manushyas?
Yes.
Then what is that? How do you define a Manushya? Living being. What about an ant? Ant is not a living being. A plant is not a living being. They are also living creatures, right? Then what does it mean by man?
To help others.
A community.
Those who have manaha. Manas.
Manas. Wow. 50% marks to you, sir.
Those who thinks.
That gentleman said, one who has manas, that is
Heart.
good heart, is Manushya, he said. But even cows have good heart because they give milk to you. They never say, "Hey, why do you drink my milk? You go with human guys and drink their milk. Why do you come to us? Let us now use our own milk." Are the same.
Intelligence,
humans are intelligent.
Intelligence.
Thinking power.
So they
What
are
does it mean by intelligence?
the only living being in the world who can think and process and then
Yeah.
create the impact on the world. Kind of, let's say, intelligence. The human beings are the intelligence, and they are the one who can really guide.
You have? I'll tell you something. Have you ever seen the small sparrow?
Yeah.
Sparrows.
Yeah. Sparrows.
They create a wonderful nest. Did you see?
Yeah.
Can you make it?
We can try.
You can give a try, but you won't be able to make like a sparrow. You have 2 hands with 5 fingers minimum each. Some people may be having 6 or 7. It's okay. But at least we have 5 fingers. Plus 5. 10 fingers we have. 10 fingers to the feet. Right? And you use so many other tools also to create something and to knit something. But that bird, only with beak,
Mouth.
no other instruments, no hands, no other things, 2 legs it has, but it doesn't use any legs. It uses only the beak that it has. But what a kind of beautiful nest it creates, like hanging nest, like a bulb, small, big bulb, and then a hole from the bottom. When you enter, there is a corridor, then there is a sit out, then there is a dining hall, there is a bedroom. Inside you can see everything in the nest. I don't want you to create a nest, for God's sake. But I want to just, unveil the nest. I give you one nest. You have to open all the threads without cutting a single one. Without cutting a single grass blade. It's not grass blades that it uses. You know what she uses? Only the coconut or something like a leaf. And she takes off like a small thread and then makes another thread. Then she starts knitting everything. Then makes a beautiful nest. You need not create it. Whatever is created will be given to you. Open them all. No single thread should be cut. Check once.
We can't.
Whether you are able to do it. You won't be able. I challenge, no one can do that. Intelligence is with us, we are with it.
You define, sir. You please define it.
Humans can speak.
Humans can speak.
What about parrots? There is a bird called a parrot, speaks. There is another parrot called a nightingale, that speaks. There is another parrot called Goruvanka,
Gauranka.
that also will speak. There are a few birds. If you teach them properly, they also speak. But they speak only what you teach. We speak other than what we taught.
Humans can only smile.
Smiling. There is an animal called hyena. Now it laughs.
But humans can chant Bhagavad Nama.
Wake up in the morning, early hours of the day, go to the open forest and sit down for a moment. You can listen to the chantings of the birds. How beautiful it is.
Humans can cook.
The Suprabhata Seva they do so well with their beautiful chirpings, and thousands of people record them and they keep enjoying those things.
Afternoon.
Isn't it? We are humans. And we feel so difficulty to identify what we are. Can anyone try? Emotion. For good or bad?
Both.
I think every creature will have emotions. Every creature. Even animals do have their own emotions. Right? But their emotions are with some purpose. Our emotions are useless. Are most of the time dangerous. Cry. Huh? How do they cry? But then they also cry when there is a pain. When you kill the babies of a chicken, she cries. When you kill the babies of a pig, she cries. Yes or no? Every mother cries when there is a problem.
ధార్మిక క్రతువులు చేసేవాడు
Papa.
by using manas and intelligence.
What, Anna?
We know how to use electronics.
Electronics.
For spiritual growth. Spiritual growth.
Spirituality. When you talk about the spirituality, electronics. Scary stuff. What do you say?
Spiritual growth. Think of
Spirituality is not to show off. Spirituality is not just to show something, right? It's only for one's own involvement. One has to practice within. That is what we call spirituality. And we use it only for show to others, and how spiritual I am, how I meditate and I'm raising up, is my kundalini is raising and stuff. No, we want to just show to people, and we want to attract them, and we want to encash it. We don't know how animals are meditating. You see a lizard, when it stands in certain point, it focuses for sometimes hours, no movement. For 5 minutes we won't be able to sit properly. And we have to move this side, move that side, move front side, move back, till they raise, and again sit. So many things that we have to go through. And what kind of practices they are doing, whether they are spiritual or not, we don't know. They may be. Appa. It's a wonderful thing that you said. Most commonly we ask one question. How many of you are habituated to drink coffee like this? Right? If you give a cup of coffee to your friend, what your friend says? Thank you. And if you offer a cup of coffee to a cow, What does she say? She says, "Chee, this is something spoiled stuff. You pour a lot of dust into this and then you spoil it. I don't want it." And who is able to drink alcoholic stuff?
Humans.
Huh? Have you ever seen any animal drinking that?
No.
So can you say man is able to discriminate good and bad? Huh? అబ్బబ్బబ్బ, ఏంటంటే ఈ దైవం అంటే గొప్పది. My friends, this is what we are. We are humans. But it is becoming very difficult for us to identify what we really are. What does it mean by humanity? So, one who possesses humanity is called a human. Answer is pretty simple. What is a man? Having humanity. But what is that humanity is being described? There is a definition given to the humanity. And we have to check that because it's a scale. If you want to measure something, you need a scale, right? If you want to say how much this dais is, what is the length and what is the width and what is the height, then you use a tape, a scale, and then you say, oh, the width of this is almost 15 feet, and the length, and the width is almost 10 feet, and height is 2.5 feet. Something like that you say, isn't it? It is a scale, what we say. Similarly, to talk about a human, our great sages, our great rishis, our great gurus, they have given us a scale. And they said, keep the scale, check with everybody. And if that is there, it's fine. If that is not there, see how best we'll be able to cultivate that. What is that scale? They said in Sanskrit. I'll give you the definition first of all. What does it mean by humanity? And I'll show you how you can check it from the scriptural evidences. And then practicing depends upon our own effort, isn't it? When you talk about an ability, and you have to get someone as an example in front of you, and then you have to see the person practicing. And if you are interested, you can also start practicing, and in course of time, you may get master over that specific thing, isn't it? So, our great sages said that what is a manushya? Having humanity. What does it mean by humanity? They said, matva karmani sivyati iti manushyaha. Manushya means two activities is supposed to do. One for the thought and two to the body. Because we are two. What are the two? Something you are seeing visibly here.
Physical
A body.
A body.
But something is running this body from within. What is that?
Manas.
A life.
Atma.
A life. Our friend, the great senior gentleman, he wonderfully said that is called manas.
Manas.
We have a manas with us, and that manas is able to think about. It's an instrument for all of us. All of us have that manas with us. It's normally, loosely people call it as a mind. But I'm not serious about translation, but you can take it as a mind. But for me, that's not actually mind. It is something good heart that works from within. That is what we call as the manas, is a tool, which is the controller of all our sensory organs. What are our sensory organs?
I,
An organ to see through the eyes, not eye. Through the eye, something that sees.
see.
Because some people will have this much big eyes, but they won't be able to see. Isn't it? So it's not the eye that sees. There is a tool, there is an organ called Chakshu. Chakshu Indriya, it is called. All the organs are called Indriyas.
Indriyas,
right?
yeah.
And this is Chakshu Indriya. And ears. But this is not what that listens to the sounds. This is only a gateway.
The gateway.
Through this, there is an organ called Sravana,
Shravana.
Indriya, that listens to the sounds inside. Because some people have very big ears, but they won't be able to hear any sound. Because the inner organ is probably lost the link with this, and hence you won't be able to listen. So it is not that listens to, is the ear, but the organ inside that listens to. Same with the nose also. Nose we have, but this is not what is spelling. This is only a gate. And there is an organ inside called Prana, Indriya. What do you call it? Prana, Indriya, that smells. As long as that works, you are able to get the smell. Otherwise, you bring so much shampoo, perfume, and then just pour into the nose, you won't be able to smell at all. Same with the tongue. This is not the tongue that takes the taste, but there is an indriya, there is an organ called rasana, indriya, which really tastes. As long as that indriya works, then this tongue functions. Otherwise, you bring castor oil and pour, or you bring honey and pour, both are same for him. If it doesn't taste, if the organ doesn't function. So they are called organs. What organs are they? Sensory organs.
Sensory.
These are motor organs, feet, hands. These are motor organs, but they are called sensory organs. All the 5 organs, which are called sensory organs, are controlled by one. Who is that one?
Manas.
That is manas. What we call is manas. And of course, let people call it mind for time being. Let's use that word, no problem. That mind is one thing should work proper. And then the body should work proper. There must be a kind of connection between manas and the body. Matva, whatever we do is the manana, rumination, thinking constantly, contemplating constantly, is what is called manana. You probably, you hear these songs, right? Movie songs. And when you like the movie song, what do?
Humming.
Even you go back home also, you keep just thinking that. That is called manana. How do you call it?
Manana.
Manana, a repetition. not oral, but it is inside. And that is what we call manana. And whatever good you understood, you got from the scriptures, or you got the messages from the elderly, great persons, and you got them, and then pulled them all, and then thought for a while, and picked up what are practical, and then matva, keeping them as the base, karmani sivyati. He puts them into action through the body, through the sensory organs. Whatever he thought should come through the body. And that action, we are also doing the same thing, right? First we think, then we instruct the organs, then the body starts working. But how it should be is the question there. Karmani siviyati. Sivanam is stitching. Do you know stitching? What does it mean by stitching? Take the pieces of cloths and then you join them with a rope or with a thread, isn't it? That is called stitching. So the sage, the great gurus, they said, Matva, Karmani, after thinking for a while and brought them into actions, and through those actions is stitching the society. One who is able to stitch the society. What does it mean by stitching the society?
Binding together.
You want to keep all the people together and stitch with each one? And as you have the carpet on the ground, that is not the case. Bringing all sorts of people together through your actions. Whoever is able to do such kind of thing is called a man. You understand? In olden days, probably we people used to have plain dresses. Most of you will see that great gentleman, he wore nice dress, in pure white color, white pant, white shirt, and stuff like that, isn't it? It costs something because it cannot be, obtained free of cost, right? He might have spent some money in purchasing a cloth, and then the person who stitches, what do you call him? Tailor. Good. The tailor comes and takes the measurements of your body, and as per the body then he cuts the cloth and then stitches that. That's how your dress is made and you wear it. That is old days fashion. But what is the current day fashion? Ready-made. And in that ready-made, how the variety of colors. Collar will be in one color, neck will be in some other color, chest will be in some other color, front portion will be some other color, back portion will be in some other color. You see in the circus, there is a buffoon. He wears the different colorful cloth and then he wears it. Nowadays, we purchase such kind of clothes and we give only those clothes to our children, and even elders also started wearing such kind of dresses. What do you call them?
Ready-made.
Ready-made dresses. Ready-made garments, they call it. Now my question to you is, what is more costly dress? Is the colorful dress you purchase is the costly, or just plain single color is costly? I talk about a quality only. I am not talking less quality clothes, no. While thinking, why should we go for less quality? At least you think highly. When you see the more colorful ready-made garment and then a plain cloth, which costs more? Can you tell me?
Yeah. Yes.
Ready-made garment costs much